Hey, me again. I've been looking for answers. I told you how much I want to create, or at least share the creative process. I moved to the city 2 years ago now, and at times it still feels completely alien to me. Like showing up at a party where you know no one. How does it work? How do you break something so big down into manageable chunks? My realization has been that it's always best to observe others who do it better than yourself. Learn from the people who've learned to thrive in this strange and chaotic world. Serendipitously then, an old friend got in touch. I'd wanted to interview him back in April. It just took a little while for our schedules to align. So this is his story, and yours, not just mine. That friend is Joe Brown, an extraordinarily talented painter, sculptor, digital artist, you name it. We share a hometown, but it's Joe's eye for detail and striking pieces that have caught my eye over and over again. So I took a train down to Peckham, where he's based, to get the lowdown on what makes him tick. However, in doing so, I found something I was not expecting. I should probably explain. That's Juergen, Joe's latest creation. He has a habit of hijacking interviews, but don't worry, we'll be back to Joe after this short break.
So, Joe Brown,
Yes.
finally found you. Describe yourself in 5 words.
Skin. Balanced. Decompressed. Hedonistic. And I smell quite bad.
And you're an artist, I'm correct.
I'm an art student. I don't know if I'm qualified to say it. I'm an artist, yeah.
You make art.
Yeah. I like to make fun things. I want to just create things. I'm not one of these pretentious people who wants to make kind of art a chore. I just want to have fun.
And I feel that really carries actually, because when I see the stuff that you've made, and in fact, the personality or indeed monstrosity of Juergen that you created or become,
I won't tell him that he said that.
I feel that sense of humor, you know, is projected. I feel it's accessible. So how would you describe London or your relationship with London?
Well, I don't know. Coming from Grimsby, it's what I wanted. It's always what I wanted. It's not easy. I guess as a student, it's quite hard to say because you've got this money that you can make it go a long way, but you know, depends on your lifestyle choices. But no, I've been pretty much alright. Although I am kind of living on this sofa at the minute. This is my bedroom. All my stuff is here. Yeah, I live off 18p noodles. It's easy to survive. But
Not too bad. Yeah, me and 18p noodles also have a bit of a long-lasting relationship. So I feel you there. Do you think London is a limiting place to create art, or do you think it's easier?
I feel like it's easier because there's such a network of different universities that you kind of meet everyone who's like kind of doing fine art pretty much. There's like always shared shows, like everyone knows each other from doing different foundations and things like that. So there's a good environment for it all.
Yeah, and I feel, at least personally, what I felt is that there's that ability to cross-reference ideas with other people and just, you know, a lot of creative minds in one place and different cultures and stuff, and it's bound to result in.
But you definitely, like, we all feed off each other. We all kind of, it's such a social, like, kind of industry, like, kind of, all the kind of events and things like that are all kind of exhibitions. So you meet people, you meet like thousands of people that you would never meet like anywhere else. I mean, it might be different for different cities, but especially in London because there's so many different universities, it's just inevitable that you're going to meet pretty much everyone.
Do you feel that art in general requires patronage, and particularly in, for example, a big city like London?
It's not needed to create. I think it's needed to kind of succeed as an artist, but not to create, because you can create anything from anything. You don't need money to make it. Although that being said, a lot of the art nowadays that kind of stands out is big event art. It's the kind of question of, is art entertainment? A lot of time to be classed as a source of entertainment, money's involved. So it's kind of, in that aspect it's inevitable. But then there's different media like the internet and things like that where you can just produce for like kind of next to no cost. So it depends on what you're making, and there's definitely ways around it, such as just kind of using the tools that are provided from technology.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, especially about the internet, because it's really democratized. Especially someone like yourself, you've got great visual pieces, and I think the internet is actually a brilliant medium for that. It's a really great way of building the network even further. And I would describe it as almost an extra network on top of what you've got in London.
Yeah.
And in fact, it allows you almost to keep in touch with back home as well and be in two places at once.
Yeah,
perhaps.
yeah, definitely kind of trickling back things back home. I don't know. It's hard for me to say as a guy who kind of. I don't know if I had the money that I would definitely use it, because I've always kind of had an attitude to kind of get by with a bare minimum. That's kind of always been my mindset growing up. Like single mother, like trying to work, didn't have a lot of money, so it's kind of, you don't want to kind of, money isn't there to just splash out on. For back then it was a hobby, so it was kind of, although it is a passion of mine, it's still like, in my head, art, it's important, but you can't, there's so many other things in the world that like kind of need your money, that's like, like, can't you get your head around that, like, we are at the end of the day making things, and it's so self-indulgent, and it is important for other people as well, because it's about creating culture, but at the end of the day I'm walking around in a costume with a massive pink head made out of expanding foam. Like, I can't take myself seriously. I'm having fun, and I don't expect anyone to pay me to have that amount of fun.
How do you go about making your art? Do you start with sketches? What's the process that's involved?
I kind of go in pretty kind of tally-ho, like I like to just kind of get my hands dirty, get stuck in, just kind of splash paint around, just experiment with materials that I've like never used before, and just kind of see what you can do. I find that kind of confinement that you have to dedicate yourself to this one specific thing that you're doing, you kind of find a way around any mistakes, you like make them work. For me, I need to kind of have an idea, do it straight away, otherwise it will fly away into the ether.
In terms of, would you prefer working studio based, or if, for example, the idea catches you, do you work at home? Are you happier to work straight from where you are, or do you have a place to go to, or even an idea space that you move to bring out that creative side?
It depends where I am and what position I'm in and what situation I'm in. So say if at the minute I don't have a studio, so I'm kind of confined to working on the sofa, or I'll work on my laptop, kind of editing photos or making kind of lo-fi music.
Could you show us what you use to record your sounds with?
It's this high-tech webcam, Logitech. It's HD 720p. Yeah, it's good quality gear.
You mentioned the musical side of things, or the sound elements there, and the first I became aware of that was with something called Yawn sound.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
So I put my name into a Scrabble answer generator, so it just jumbled all the words up. And one of them was Jawn. I thought that kind of sounds alright. It's got a bit of a ring to it, but I thought, I don't know. And I like umlauts, so I thought I'm going to whack an umlaut over the O, because, I don't know, it just instantaneously makes it German, so it's like yearn. And I thought, yearn sounds quite fun, it's like I'm yearning to do something. And it was really kind of corny, but yeah, I just thought I'll just start making things. And I've always kind of made sound effects and things like that with my mouth. So all the music that I've made is predominantly kind of vocals edited and twisted around. So that kind of transferred it into a language for Juergen to speak, again with the German, like wanted to kind of make it a bit more like the unknown. So this kind of vocalization edited down, it kind of transforms like our main means of communication into something that is so distorted that it's kind of sort of macabre. It kind of goes into the uncanny valley area slightly, but they're very repetitive and looped, because I'm not a musical person as such. I don't play instruments, I just kind of slow things down, put sound effects on, and just transform my voice into these kind of haunting sounds.
You use a lot of short video clips, and they're almost like teasers, and I find they draw you into the world of Joe Brown, the artist.
That's kind of what I use Instagram for mainly. It's kind of little kind of snippets of my life, which are it's become something else, where it's like an ongoing thing where I'm kind of showing my processes and things like that, and also kind of as a form of advertising and in its own way like a piece of art, a piece of artwork.
wouldn't be complete without an opportunity to shamelessly plug that Instagram. So for anybody watching, what is your Instagram?
At
handle?
Joe Brown's Pants Party.
At Joe Brown's Pants Party.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So if you're watching this, that's what you need to follow. At Joe Brown's Pants Party.
And Snapchat as well. I use that quite often. It's at D Joe Brown with a D, like Django Unchained.
Aha. So at D Joe Brown.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Excellent. Anywhere else? Anywhere else we can find you?
You can follow my Facebook, but I don't really kind of share anything public. But I might start doing that. It's at Joe Brown Art.
At Joe Brown.
Facebook.com/Joe Brown Art.
Perfect. All right.
And there'll be a website coming soon.
Looking forward to that. Especially the aesthetic of that. I'm already imagining what that would be. You've got to throw in like a leopard print background.
Definitely.
And thus, my time with Joe Brown and Juergen came to an end. It's been a fascinating journey, and I'm realizing that perhaps the inside of a creative mind isn't so different from the city itself. Alien, full of networks, complex, strange. So, as I take the train back home, I feel that some of my questions have been answered, but now I have new ones. We'll have to just see where they take me. I'd like to thank Joe Brown for agreeing to this interview, and also for his patience because it took me far too long to put this together. I've attached some links to his work, please go check it out. All of the music featured in today's episode was made by Joe Brown. Please check back in the future for extended footage and outtakes which didn't make it into the main video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and remember, this isn't just my story, or Joe's, it's yours too. So if you're making something cool, let me know. I'd like to talk to you. Take care.